I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7.
We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. And you look at Morant. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Well, he has wasted no time making his presence felt, and he's setting a very high standard for this year's rookie class.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still awaiting his first All-Star appearance. His snub in 2019 raised eyebrows. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year averaged a career-high 15 points a game on a league-best 65% shooting from the field. And he missed a $1 million contract bonus due to that snub. Kevin, it's easy to see why he was emotional about it.
Yeah, DA, very understandable. Thank you. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in its small forward. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Now here's Conley. The pass to Mitchell. Fires from deep. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary. Even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Morant with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. And it's Utah's ball. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this, Greg. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
Here's Anderson following the bucket by the Jazz. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Over to the left wing. Conley with it. He's picked up by Morant. Conley gets the bucket.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft floater.
Here's Morant. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Gobert with the block. O'Neal against Brooks. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Guys, how often do you see an alley-oop designed for your guard? Donovan Mitchell defies explanation.
Now here's Morant. Covered by Mitchell. Conley against Anderson to stop the run, and the layup is up and in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Outside Conley. Pass to Ingles. Lets it go from deep. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Now here's Morant. Sinks the 15-footer.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Anderson against O'Neal. A nice shot by Anderson.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting Ja Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that 3rd star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
And Conley drops them both. Now, when it comes to load management strategy, Doris, should coaches do it along the way as opposed to waiting until the last, say, quarter or third of the season?
Well, Kev, I think you can look to the San Antonio Spurs, who I think were the first to really look hard at what we would now describe as load management. And I think the one thing is you're trying to just make sure guys are prepared for the most important point of the season. You've got to win enough to get in the playoffs and be positioned well, but your guys have also have to be healthy at the end of the year.
And the Jazz making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. Valanciunas. And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Now, here's Clarkson. 23 points his last outing. Conley into the lane, and he banks in the layup. Conley's got 6 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And here's Morant. Over to the wing. Here's Valanciunas. No good off the back of the rim.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Right side, Conley. Passes it to Gobert. Outside Conley. Shoots over Morant. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And all the skill used on that crossover. Might want to save a little bit for the finish. Unable to convert there.
Now here's Brooks. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Conley. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul for the Jazz. Davis comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's George Niang in for O'Neal. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Now, Gobert. He had 13 points in the win against the Lakers. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Anderson. Goes up and finished off by Anderson.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the Jazz with possession here. The Grizzlies making the shot.
Just great recognition from the athletic big man. Gobert finish off the nice pass.
Here's Clark. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Morant. A shot missing. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Now here is Conley. He has 6. Pass to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. The shot. Gobert trying to get open. He climbs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Moutier, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Jazz, number 1.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
Here's Clark. He's guarded by Davis. No good from Clark.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
There's the pass to Gobert. Clarkson with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Niang. Here is Davis. And Utah again with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Passes to Clark. To the inside. Gobert with the block.
Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work.
Jang finds Allen.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Here's Clarkson. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
Jordan Clarkson tends to draw a lot of contact. If you look at his career, he doesn't end up at the free throw line as often as you'd think.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, guys, you think about it. A very respectable 50 wins for the Jazz last year. That's a 5 seed in the absolute brutal West. But now what do you think? The playoffs, when it counts the most, you bowed out in 5 games to the Houston Rockets.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. And the Jazz front office said, we have a very good team, but we don't have a great team. So with that in mind, Doris, how do they get there?
Well, I think, Kevin, obviously you begin with Donovan Mitchell, who had experienced some growing pains in year 2. You have to adjust to having that bullseye on your back.
And here's Utah. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Moutier dishes to Clarkson. Got a piece of it. Back to Moutier. Here's Niang. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
You got to credit Zhang's defense. That miss didn't just happen by accident.
And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Melton. They get the rebound. No good from Clark.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. And here's Moutier. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Gobert, and he makes that one. Gobert's got his second bucket tonight.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Conley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now here's Allen. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To end the cold streak. And Davis pulls it down.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Niang passes to Clarkson. Now Moutier back to Clarkson. Now here's Moutier. Just 5 on the clock. And too long on the shot.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Here's Melton, defended by Moutier. Clark, the pass to Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He tries for 3.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Moutier with the ball. Gobert, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Rudy Gobert showing a bit of an edge on the interior. This guy, if he goes up strong, the defense is going to have to whack him to contain him.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Well, we all know that free throw shooting early in his career was a major challenge for Rudy Gobert. What I like is he's made progress because he's put in the time.
And Gobert drops them both. 1 second left. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
We've got Davis. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Niang in at the 4. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Now here is Davis. Mitchell outside. A three-pointer off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 14. It's Allen on the wing. From 15 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. Allen's got his first basket of the night.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Mudiay kicks to Mitchell. And the rejection by Zhang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Zhang does on the defensive end.
Pass to Allen. Here's Zhang. He's covered by Clarkson. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Zhang.
You know, being that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
Outside, Davis. Stolen. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Melton. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Mudiay looking around. Mitchell kicks to Mudiay. No good again that time. And so Allen will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Clark.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Mudiay pass to Niang. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. Doris, when you watch the game now, Biggs playing on the perimeter. Who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane we've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for George Niang. O'Neal comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Mike Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Davis against Valanciunas. He dishes it to Anderson. Clock at 4. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Grant. And another miss by Memphis.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Now here is Conley. Not a lot of room. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
And Mitchell drops them both. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And another miss by Memphis.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate, and they're rarely fooled.
Now, here is O'Neal. No points in the game yet for him. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 3 assists now in this one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Valanciunas against Davis. Count that one. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the game.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas showing good hands and finishing ability inside. And Kevin, this guy on that end of the floor has always been effective.
Now here is Davis. Kicks it to Mitchell. Fires from 14. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Jackson, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Conley. And there's the pass to Mitchell. Over Brooks. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 4 points in the quarter.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. And the shot goes in. Mitchell's got 11 points.
There's a measure of composure with Donovan Mitchell, just so calm and focused, understanding how to manipulate the pick and roll.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. Pass to Brooks. From deep. Connects from 3-point range. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Conley. 10 points for him. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal, shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Here's Conley. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. To the middle, here's Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And that one falls for Brooks. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
Pass to Morant. Here's the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Ingles. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Anderson, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Utah the foul. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. .158 left to play in the first half. Conley feeling it out. Mitchell against Brooks. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Morant. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. And it's all evened up. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Gobert. He has 6. Here's Mitchell. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Brooks outside. From 15 feet away, and that one drops for him.
Timeout.
Brooks has got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
A different look for Utah. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Clarkson. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
The dish to Clark. He kicks to Morant. A three-pointer is right on target. And it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
You see the quarter awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Now, here's Clarkson. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And they get it. He gets it in there. Mitchell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, you give Donovan the mid-range jumper, he will make you pay.
And here's Morant. Here's Valanciunas. A second chance effort. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first quarter was a difficult one for Memphis. A big part of the problem was their defense and inability to slow down shooters. They gave up a sky-high shooting percentage against. Then in the second quarter, suddenly they couldn't miss. Their shooting percentage rose all the way to 65%. They were extremely difficult to contend with. Kenny, what do you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, I love that they were forceful at their offensive end. They got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Jazz trail by 3. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Now here's Morant, following the miss by Donovan Mitchell.
Now, how about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Morant. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. The shot's good. Morant's got the lead, back up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
Gobert with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Releases from 15. The Grizzlies pull it in. The drive by Brooks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And both free throws good for Brooks.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Conley, the pass to Ingles. Back to Conley. The pass to Ingles. Dishes it to Gobert. On the top of the key. And it's Mitchell missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And that one drops.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Now here is Conley. 12 points for him. Stolen by Brooks. Right wing. Here's Morant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Morant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies. Outside Conley. He dishes it to O'Neal. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, Gorgie Dangs.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Gobert trying to get open, and it's Mitchell missing.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Now Conley, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. He had a nice open look right there.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Morant. He's got 14. Makes it off the glass. Morant's got 8 here in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And they call an illegal screen here. And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. And you look at Morant, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Brandon Clark doing just as much.
Obviously, two of the hottest young players in the league right now, guys. I mean, starting to demonstrate the kind of offensive firepower that they can bring to the table.
On defense, the Jazz. Following the basket by Ja Morant. Just 5 to shoot. And no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles. He's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Conley left side. Here's O'Neal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Morant.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Jazz have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That's good from O'Neal. And the Jazz with some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Jang. Grayson Allen comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. O'Neal hits them both. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Here's Melton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Clark. It's Allen on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Hits the three-point bomb. Allen's got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And the Jazz making a change here. Niang's checked in. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Clarkson against Allen. Passes it to Melton. Here's Clark. Jackson deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And he can't get the first one. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a 4-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number 2, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a 3-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about 4-peat.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
The feed to Moutier. Misses in close. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the 2-hand slam. Now, here's Moutier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Poked loose. Allen against Clarkson. Offensive rebound. Clark. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And his defense is so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Melton, following the bucket by the Jazz. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game. Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. Here's Melton. Pass to Morant. Launches it. Nailed from three-point land. Morant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And we've seen Morant make strides in this area. Now you have to take that three-point shot seriously.
Now, here's Clarkson. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. For Utah, they have made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. And that one misses.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the Jazz call time here.
You know, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
One slice, got to roll the dice, that's why all my life, grinding all my life, all my life, grinding all my life, sacrifice, that's a baby price. One slice, got to roll the dice, that's why all my life, grinding all my life, I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I'm legit. Now, according to the weight and the position in this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. I know the west side. And love in the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Tiny Copy, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustle, sing a crush? Las Vegas, after all that looking tough, all these things.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. As you look at Memphis, they're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, the Utah Jazz, 7.5 games behind.
And I think for Utah, they've been stuck in a rut the entire season. We talk about teams maximizing their potential. Well, the opposite's been the case with this group.
I think, Greg, for them, it's obviously been very disappointing. And I get the sense it's starting to weigh on them night in and night out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 6. Moutier with the ball. 5 to shoot. Ingles kicks to Moutier. Offline with his 3.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back. I think DeAnthony Melton deserves a ton of credit. Point guard is probably the toughest position in the league. And you couple that with the fact that this guy played in the West, he more than held his own.
Here's Clark. He's got 8, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Melton.
Clarkson using his combination of size and speed to affect the shot. That's really good defense.
Kicks to Ingles. Now here's Moutier. Defense right on him. The 10-footer. That one wide left.
I'll tell you, they're trying to cut into this lead, but he has not hit one this period.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. Take a look at Clark, 5th in the league and patrolling the paint.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for George Niang. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Anderson's checked in. And so Clark nails both of them. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Here's Mitchell. Yep, that one goes in there. Mitchell's got 15 points.
What area of the floor can't Donovan Mitchell score from? This guy, terrific job on the interior.
Now the pass to Clark. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. And here is Mitchell. He's got 15. Pass to Moutier. Launches a three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Clarkson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now Utah, fast break. Conley's running. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, we understand that Jordan Clarkson is strong enough to take contact and continue through to play. Nice aggressiveness.
On the free throw, no good. Memphis leading by 12. Clark finds Valanciunas. Now here's Morant, covered by Mitchell. Clock at 6. Gobert against Valanciunas. Gobert with the block. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Jazz trail by 12. Passes it to Ingles. Now here is Conley. He's tightly guarded. Softly drops in the floater.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Morant dishes to Clark. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Mitchell against Brooks. Ingles trying to get open. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Pass to Morant. The pass to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's Brooks that time on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 6 assists here tonight. Conley, the pass to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Morant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
That's good from Morant.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Feeds to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Passes like this demonstrate Conley's unselfishness as well as his desire to get his guys going on offense.
Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. He kicks it to Clark. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. That 3 off the mark.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Outside Conley. Shoots the 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Now Morant. Down low. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Morant's got 24.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Conley's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I'm impressed with Conley's scoring ability here. He's an alert guard who understands how to attack the defense.
Here's Clark. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Valanciunas. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And that one's good by Clark.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Utah calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Clark. Jazz trail by 16. Now here's Conley. Passes it to Gobert. Outside Conley. Mitchell wide open. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now here's Morant. Covered by Conley. Morant kicks to Valanciunas. Anderson outside. 4 on the clock. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Conley. The dish to Gobert. Back to Conley. Takes a 3. Tries again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Joe Ingles, to me, specializes in mixing up his pace, and that's how he gets these calls.
And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
First free throw is good.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. The pass to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. No good on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Mitchell. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Mitchell's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And that one's good, Morant.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Here's Mitchell, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Well, Valanciunas reads the play and snuffs it out. That's the kind of defense you need from the 5 spot.
Anderson against O'Neal. Teardrop shot. It's good. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. 9-point game. Morant passes to Anderson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. Here's Mitchell. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half. Getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit down low.
It's crazy to think that 12 teams passed on Donovan Mitchell. He has become a premier scorer in the NBA. Oh, would they love a do-over.
Doubled by Conley. Inside, it's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, this is problematic because Donovan Mitchell can hurt you any number of ways. Driving, spotting up, you name it, he's got it.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Ja Morant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. To the paint, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Brooks. And again, Memphis no good. Jazz trail by 6. Passes it to Mitchell. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Donovan Mitchell might be young, but this guy is fearless and capable of big-time opportunity making. Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Now here's Morant, over by Conley. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Kevin, that's the bucket they needed, and Valanciunas goes and gets it for him. The big man seizes control of the moment.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Down low, here's O'Neal, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen, Greg, great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Anderson outside. He feeds it to Valanciunas. He can't get it to go. Gobert with the defensive effort. Mitchell against Brooks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
At the line for 2.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Anderson outside. Free throw line jump shot. Misses off the left iron. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Conley against Jackson. To tie it up. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so it's Memphis with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And he commits the intentional foul.
Shoot 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Look, Kevin, you know this. There's a long history of great players coming out of Lithuania, and Valanciunas right there with the best of them. Remember, back in 2012, this guy was the MVP of the Lithuanian Basketball League. Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Gobert against Valanciunas. Here's O'Neal. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And if they go on to win this, they can look back at that free throw as the pivotal moment.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. The score is tied at 95. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Morant with it. Kicks to Valanciunas. To win it. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And the Jazz start out with the ball. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Jazz. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. And for Memphis, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Anderson passes to Morant. Dishes to Valanciunas. And it goes down 2 points. Valanciunas has got the first points here in the overtime period for Memphis. Utah trailing here. Has to Gobert. Over Valanciunas. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
A minute into overtime and what has been a great game so far. Here's Morant. Here's Jackson. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Utah calls timeout. Utah has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Brooks against Clarkson. He dishes it to Gobert. And here is Conley. Shot clock at 5 to take the lead. The offensive rebound. Morant with the steal. Here's Anderson. And he converts the layup. Now it's a 4-point Memphis lead.
No, just beautiful setup. They found the size mismatch inside, delivered when they really needed it.
Now Conley. Here's Gobert. Count it, and the foul. That one's on Morant.
How about the splendid concentration from the Frenchman? Rudy Gobert, excellent at converting while getting hit.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Here's Morant. He can't get that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. Conley, the pass to Clarkson. Nice D from Brooks.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Outside Conley. Another miss by Utah.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Valanciunas. Over Gobert. Got it!
Wow, stepping up in critical moments. Jonas Valanciunas late in the ball game, not shying away from the pressure.
Conley left side. Second chance shot, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
The free throw drops for Gobert. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
There's the feed to Brooks. Good!
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Timeout.
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 27 seconds left in overtime. On defense, the Grizzlies, they lead by 4, and he's able to get it back. Nice ball movement by Utah. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Right side, Conley. To the wing right side. Here's O'Neal. Off target from three-point range. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Rudy Gobert. That's his 4th personal foul. 2nd team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Jonas Valanciunas. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.